We are sitting on a budget surplus of $27 billion. But what I want to do with at least half of that $27 billion surplus is return it to the people who provided it, and that is taxpayers, with the largest property tax cut in the history of our state.
With less than a month left until the midterm election, Governor Greg Abbott was back in the state's largest city, repeating his pledge of a monster rebate and pounding President Biden for his inaction on the troubled border.
We set an all-time record of 2.2 million apprehensions of people coming across the border illegally. When you see the chaos and devastation caused by the Biden administration's policies on the border, it's shocking he's not been down there to see what he caused.
Panel, this is a crippling issue for Democrats in Texas, with Senator John Cornyn hammering the vice president for fundraising in Austin this weekend, but neglecting once again to survey the crisis roughly 200 miles to the south. You know, Bob, I'm going to you first on this.
Well, at least Mike Collier recognizes that there is an issue on the problem. Beto ignores the issue completely and says that Abbott's actions are a solution in search of a problem. There is a problem on the border. The Del Rio sector had a massive 300% increase in crossings this year, which was on top of a 3,000% increase the year before. The death toll along the borders is in the hundreds. It's several hundred along the Texas border. Those are problems. People being trafficked, the law enforcement pursuits that are going on down there because these smugglers are not stopping and they're fleeing and killing people in crashes. All of these are real issues that the federal government would. Kamala Harris comes to Texas. Joe Biden comes to Texas. Neither one of them go down to the border and actually look at the problem and talk to the men and women of the Border Patrol and the DPS and the National Guard that are down there dealing with these issues every single day. It is just a total irresponsibility on their part, and it's going to have a massive impact in the election because the Rio Grande Valley is turning red very quickly.
Gosh, Mustafa, that's a pretty tough hand to deal, Texas Democrats, when you're leading the country and you won't go to the border.
But look, I mean, I think that we have a real problem at the border and it needs real solutions. But it's been politicized so much that it's hard to get to the solution because it's not about, candidly, it doesn't feel like an election cycle, Governor Abbott, or anybody's looking to solve the problem. They're looking to use it as a political advantage, and that's what's happening right now. And instead, we should try to find out what's a way to solve the big issues there. And it's not just the federal government, it's what our state government's been doing. Look, I've been watching this election cycle. The people that are in office at the state of Texas, all big three, have been in office for, 8, 10, 12, 15 years, and they haven't solved the problem at all. They've just made it worse. So there has to be some accountability for the people that are in office in Texas, not just pointing the finger at Washington.